And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another edition. Oh my god. There we go. To another edition of the Tenacious Turtle Tussle, week number 8, or the 8th edition of this tournament. It has been a while since we have been able to run it, as we have been having to reschedule it, I think 2 weeks in a row at this point, but it's great to actually be able to run the event itself, and we have some lovely and beautiful players before you. For those that are maybe tuning in for the first time, maybe wondering what even is the turtle. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It should be there. Aha, look at it. This is a bi-weekly tournament, region locked to the regions of Asia and the Americas as well. So Latino America, North America, Southeast Asia, Oceania. Some of the smaller regions of the scene that we are trying to support, that we are trying to send our love to. And here we go. We have our first matchup of the night, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Dragon Scales. We have the American Zerg player representing Risen from the Ashes. It is 11. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, going for a gas pool first opener, or gas first opener, we have the Filipino Zerg player, the best player in all the Philippines, representing Clan LFT. He's looking for a team. It is EnDerr. Looking for a team, Bobby, and there's a very aggressive opener here from our Filipino Zerg player, going for a gas first into a spawning pool into his hatchery. With this, he's going to have very fast link speed, and if he stays in gas, he can go into a Bane Bust from here as well, into a very aggressive all-in across the map. 11 goes for a hatch gas pool. Sorry, I believe this was a hatch pool gas opener instead. So yeah, with this earlier spawning pool, it's going to be a little bit more defensive as a result. So he can try and muster up some forces here with his queens, with his lings. We'll see how this does turn out. Meanwhile, a massive shout out to SE2 Full in the chat. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. I hope you were able to stroke your Jamie well. But I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great time. Welcome everyone in the chat, of course. I see SC2 Full, Cheesy Puffs, Judgment, No Clone, Call Me X-Ray, Count Bebop, Cyberjohn, Atapia, Holy Lime, to name a few. I saw Colossal Gulp as well. Welcome you all. Welcome. It's beautiful to see. Beautiful to see you all in the chat. And oh boy, here we go. The links have already arrived. Again, the advantage that EnDerr does have is not just the faster lings, which 11 is able to counteract because of his faster spawning pool, but the link speed. There is a massive timing here where link speed is going to be kicking in. EnDerr is fended off for the time being. So far, a really good defense here from 11. You can see that he was forced to morph in a building, but that is it. But again, EnDerr does have that timing. He also pulls out of gas, so he is not going to be going for a Bane Bust after this. He's not going for an all-in. He's taking a third base. He's macroing out of this instead. As I say that, there is a Baneling Nest on the way, but again, we don't have like an abundance of gas to work with, so I do think that EnDerr is planning to apply some pressure. Don't think he's planning to go all in, and there we go, he's droning behind this. Here we go, links have arrived, revealing themselves. 11 fully aware that he is lacking link speed. He's going for his own defensive Baneling Nest. His third base is looking very exposed, and we're going to be forcing a cancel. 11 cannot hold on to this base. 11 being contained here to 2 bases. Again, going to have a really hard time expanding from this point. With this defensive Baneling Nest as well, like 11's in a really rough place. We don't have a tech advantage with like a Roach Warren, or, you know, we're not walling off on 2 bases, for example. 11 desperately is looking for that third as he's droning behind this. We have pretty comparable worker counts from this point. But again, EnDerr does have that base advantage here with that third. Banelings are waddling across the map as well. Link speed finally going to kick in here for 11. Baneling Nest is done. He has his defensive banelings on the way. Is it going to be enough though? Because EnDerr is zooming across the map. Let's go. Let us go, Bobby. The banelings are not quite done yet. EnDerr, he's going to be able to get on top of this space, but the banelings are going to be able to waddle in just in time. Oh my god. And the control not quite there. 11 does take a Baneling to the face. The Lings go for a surround as well. Queen is going to be going down. Oh, and more Banelings do waddle on in. It looks like EnDerr won't have enough to break this position. He did trade better. You can see here in the resources lost, EnDerr, he got 13 links. He got a queen as well as 1 worker. So good trades overall by EnDerr. Meanwhile, 11 is going for his own big counterattack. EnDerr behind this one for a very fast roach form. We already have roaches in production here for our Filipino Zerg player. And 11 is down in tech. Does have a lot of Ling Bane for the time being, but roaches are about to pop out. And the arrival of these roaches may just be too much. We trade Banelings for Banelings in the end. A decent Baneling connection towards the end here, as he does clean up all the Lings. But we have roaches. The roaches have arrived, and again, they should be able to deal with this as long as they don't get surrounded, as long as there isn't an abundance of Lings. Yeah, we can see 11 being forced back. And now EnDerr can commit to his attack. This game has been really chaotic. Worker counts are tied up between these players. Again, the biggest difference is that 11 is just down in tech. He has to try to defend with pure Ling Bane Queen against a Roach Ling army from EnDerr. Again, a decent Baneling connection here in the center of the map. There's just too many roaches waddling out. From here, we can focus down that Baneling, and yeah, the Baneling will be targeted down by EnDerr. He does have an overwhelming force. As long as he doesn't take massive Banelings to the face, he should be okay. And there we go. He does split off a couple of links to go into the main base. Another queen goes down. And now the Banelings of EnDerr are waddling on in. Oh, God! Oof. They are waddling on in, and GG is gonna get called. EnDerr will take game number 1. GG. Again, EnDerr, he's the best player in all the Philippines, so he's coming in here as one of the favorites of this tournament. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourself and have a look at what kind of players we're going to be seeing, we're going to be featuring here today. We do have some representatives from each race at least, and from many countries as well. Yo, we got players from Malaysia, we got players from North America, from the United States, players from Japan, and of course the Philippines as well. We do have a new sign up which I'm unfamiliar with. Oh. There we go. But I think we're just getting some information on where they are from. Oh, an American Terran. There you go. There you go. And after this series, we'll go over the bracket. We'll go over the bracket. We'll go over all the players and what we should be looking forward to. So we'll get there. We'll get there. For now, we have our ZvZ. For now, we have one of our Zerg players looking to bounce back in this series. And here he is spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Babylon. We have the American Zerg player representing Risen from the Ashes down in this series, but not out. It is 11. Oh, okay, and so okay, wait, this makes more sense. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Filipino Zerg player currently leading the series 1-0. It is EnDerr. So we're going for a 14-15. So I've not seen this before. I'm really curious to see how this plays out. So 11 is going for a gas first opener, as clearly as we can see, but a really early gas first, far earlier than is typical. So I'm curious as to what this is going to be for. We can see that he isn't prioritizing gas mining either, only getting 2 workers in here, but I think this does equate just a regular gas first if we had gone for it a little bit later. So with this, 11 can rush into Ling speed. Depending on his droning as well, he may also decide to go for a Baneling Nest and go for a massive Ling Bane all-in. Meanwhile, across the map, EnDerr going for, once again, gas pool hatch, a much more standard gas first opener here from EnDerr. So yeah, really interesting. I'm really interested to see how 11's opener fares against EnDerr's, because EnDerr's is just your typical aggressive opener, just again, gas first. So we already have Ling speed on the way. It is more efficient. We can see that 11 does have enough for Ling speed straight away. He has an excess of gas. His spawning pool was a little bit later. With this excess gas, we can go for a fast Bailey nest. That's what I'm expecting here from 11. You can see that EnDerr did pull out for the most part from his own gas geyser. And there it is. There's the Bailey nest. I think we're going for a Ling Bane bust. Oh, and I love this. 11 is trying to sell a story. So he is transferring workers to the low ground to make it look like he's droning. That's the goal here. He's hiding his Lings in his main, and he's transferring workers here to the natural base, trying to make it look like everything is normal as it should be. This Overlord Scout from EnDerr should have also, did confirm the later hatchery as well. And we'll see if EnDerr can piece this together. So he is going to have a lot of Lings available to defend, but the Banelings, we have that big Baneling advantage here for 11, and here we go. Ling speed is on the horizon. We're going to be revealing our hand a little bit early. I don't know if I like this, but Ling speed is still a couple of seconds away from finishing, and 11 is now moving out across the map. EnDerr is aware of what's happening. He's getting ready back at home. Here we go. The queens are being brought together. The Lings as well. Only one queen for EnDerr. Ay, ay, ay. A little bit greedy here from our Filipino Zerg player. Banelings are on the way. Lings are arriving, and this Baneling nest is not going to finish. Up. We get a surround, and we do force up. We force a kill, not a cancel. We back off. Banelings are now done. And EnDerr has to be very careful with his control. Has to be very delicate with his micro, as we do see 11 bypass the army, go straight into the main base, and he's going to annihilate everything. Likewise, EnDerr is going for a big counterattack. We're going for a base trade. Base trade and ZvZ. Big Baneling connection. The Spine Crawler will not finish. Meanwhile, across the map, likewise, EnDerr also wreaking havoc in the main base of his opponent. The second queen has arrived. Every drone from EnDerr is going to be going down. Likewise, I can say something similar here for 11, but no, he's keeping a lot of his drones alive in the natural. EnDerr's in some trouble. He lost his queens. He only has Lings across the map. That's all he has. Okay, unit stab. When it comes to the unit stab, EnDerr does have a Ling advantage. He's cleaning up every single one of these drones. And likewise, 11 is running out of gas. He's running out of minerals. He's running out of Lings. He's being cleaned up back at home. He was focusing a little bit too much on the hatchery. Uh-oh. Too much on the hatchery in the end. Both players are down to no workers. EnDerr has one drone remaining. Where is that one drone? There it is. It's hidden. It's hidden towards the south, but alas, I do think that EnDerr should, because he kept one drone alive, EnDerr should be able to clean this up. So, yeah, GG. I was gonna get into Broodlings and how, like, EnDerr has to be careful when he kills the building because Broodlings can also fight back, but GG, well played. EnDerr down to one drone, takes game number 2 and the series. GG. Oh my god. EnDerr making the best out of a really bad situation. EnDerr, he was down in queens, he was down in Banelings, of course. He didn't get his spine up and running. I was really concerned that EnDerr would just die then and there, but he avoids the Banelings, or the army of 11, goes across the map. Goes for a big base trade instead, and did come out on top in the end. GG, well played. I've not seen a ZvZ quite like that in quite some time. But a shout out to 11, because 11, he definitely made a really awkward situation. It did look like 11 was maybe focusing the hatchery while he was losing too many Lings, or maybe it would have been wiser after he killed all the workers to maybe come back home to try to defend. We saw that EnDerr, because he did keep one drone alive towards the south, he was able to hide one drone. It meant that he had mining, basically. It meant that once the dust settles, he can send that drone back into a mineral line. He can go back to mining, and things can go, or he can, rebuild from there. Despite having not enough workers to do, build up, or sorry, not enough minerals to make another worker. So, GG. GG, well played. EnDerr does advance on, and we can take this moment to have a look at the bracket.